All right. Hello, everybody. I'm Anthony along with Blake and Leon, and this is episode 52 of Hard Knock Hawks. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Hawks' recent four-game win streak and talk about a recent discussion that has popped up in Hawks circles as of late. As of right now, the Hawks are currently the fourth seed in the East, and the Hawks have the 19th ranked offense and the seventh ranked offense overall. But when you look at the team since Trae has been out, so basically after the Brooklyn Nets game on the 29th, the team has the 12th best offense and the third best defense for a top 10 net rating in the league. So that's actually really, really good for what the team has done so far. So I'm going to start with you, Blake. What do you think has been driving the win streak so far?
Main thing, defense. I think they're getting a lot better at trapping on the perimeter. I think one thing that they're doing is they're converting their stops into transition points, which is honestly the best thing that Jalen Johnson might be at. He once he gets a full head of steam, gets out in transition, he is almost unstoppable. And the beginning of the year when the defense was not great at all. Throw back to opening night. New Orleans, or excuse me, Toronto, they were shutting everything down. Hawks really didn't get an opportunity to get out in transition, get anything going. They were kind of stagnant, having to try and figure it out in the half court, which it's gotten a lot better. But to me, the defense, it starts with the defense. They've played a lot better defense overall. The rebounding has gotten a little bit better. But to me, they're turning a lot of forced turnovers and forced possessions by opposing teams into points. And it's just watching games, it seems like they are taking more advantage of easy points. They're getting a lot more wide open fast breaks. They're getting a lot of pin down screens into open lanes. So to me, it's the fundamentals that they're doing well. The chemistry starting to come back. But it's everybody's communicating, which is a big thing that wasn't happening in the beginning. And one player, Muhammad Gay. I mean, he's done it all. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything much more from him.
All right. What's your thoughts, Leon?
I think the main key to success over these last four games has been the aggression. And that's on both sides of the ball, pressuring the ball, getting back, rotating, crisply, trusting that your teammate's going to be there when you hedge or if you gamble, and that kind of stuff. And offensively, on the flip side, obviously, that aggression, being more aggressive, taking shots. I think while we saw Vit go crazy for a couple games. A lot of these shots aren't like he's hitting some open shots. Yes, guys are hitting open shots, but guys like Kennard, Vit, Jalen, really everybody is being more aggressive with the shots they take. They're taking, in rhythm threes, no conscience. Like if it goes in, it goes in. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And those are the kind of shots they're going to have to take to keep winning games, because it's not going to be 5 feet of space on every shot, right? As long as Trae Young's not, on the floor with you. So I think aggression is really the key. Just continuing to stay aggressive, all 48 minutes on both sides of the ball, no lulls, and just continuing to put pressure on the other team, whether that be on offense or defense.
Yeah, and that what you
Yeah.
said about the no lulls thing is just absolutely right. A few years ago, if it was against the Utah Jazz last night, when they were like right there with closing that lead and with Utah, and they actually took the lead in the third quarter, I think they would have absolutely blown that game completely. But in the fourth quarter, the Hawks just locked in on defense completely, and you saw Jalen, you saw Onyeka just absolutely dominate the game, and Jalen, he got a triple double, he almost got a quadruple double with 7 steals. Like we, their defense, I think during this stretch has been absolutely incredible. They've been playing like a top 5 defense this entire time, And seeing these guys just absolutely locked down like this so far has just been awesome to see. You see Reese Shea played like the best defense of his career so far. You seen Muhammad Gay just playing a really, really big role so far in this new defensive identity that we honestly haven't really seen in this era of the Hawks that so far. And it's just helping them close out games that we haven't really seen before. So I think it's going to be important for them to just keep this up in order for them to, like, close out games, especially without their main closer, Trae Young, which we're going to be talking about soon. But overall, I think this stretch is just, keeping that intensity up, especially since Veet has been going off. He's been on like this incredible hot streak from three. Like I mentioned, Onyeka has been like shooting from three like incredibly well. It's just, I think overall the team has just been playing incredibly well for the past few weeks. So, I do want to actually ask you about this, Leon. Are there like any highlight players during this stretch you think have been like really impressing you as of late?
I think the key to it is it's been a little bit of everybody, right? We've got 4 wins in this stretch, and there's I won't say a different hero every game, but you'll see some guys not have a great game and other guys have, great, amazing games. And those are the teams that are difficult to beat, right? When you don't have one guy to key in on, and you just never know from which direction it's coming at you. So if I had to give it to one person, like the person that gets the you know, Leon's, you know, Leon's lucky hat of the show today, it's gotta go to Jalen Johnson because I'm seeing the shyness, I'm seeing the timid attitude just shed off of him like a lizard, like just shedding its skin, and he's being aggressive,
He's
and that
back,
just goes.
man.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
back.
no, he's not. He is not back. He
Okay,
is not
man.
back. What he's doing right now is not what he was doing last year. That's a disrespect to what he did last night
Okay.
against the Jazz, and what he's done the last 4 games.
I mean,
He's a complete. He's not. I'm not gonna say he's a completely different player, but he's added to his game, and he's in these last 4 games, he's shown a willingness to just take the shots, man. Like, just take the shots. We need you to be the guy
Mhm.
to take the shots,
That
right?
pull up
Whether
mid
it's in
range is
transition.
legit.
Hey, hey. So, that's what we got to continue to see from him. We got to continue to see from him is taking shots that he feels are good, even if on paper they're not great shots. Like a mid range pull up on paper is not a great shot. That's what the analytics will tell you. But when you start making those, you know, I think I don't know if I said it in on our last episode or recently. A lot of times he does these hezzies, and it's like, okay, no one's scared of you pulling up. So the hezzy's not doing anything. Like, if you're gonna hezzy drive, like, they're not reacting to the hezzy because they don't think you're gonna pull up, and they're not scared of that pull up, whether that be from three or from the elbow or wherever. But when you start pulling up and making shots, pulling up, then you can hezzy push and really start, getting in the guys' bodies, drawing fouls, getting by guys, late clock and stuff like that. So, man, I've been extremely impressed with what Jalen's put together the last couple weeks, man. And like Glenn Willis said, if he does not win Eastern Conference Player of the Week, we're gonna have to have some conversations with Mr. Silver. You know, that's all I got right now, man. It's just impressive what they've been able to put together.
what do you say, Blake?
Um, he went with Jalen, so I'll go with Mo. For me, I think Mo is honestly the backbone to the defense. To me, he's impacted more than a stat sheet can show. Um, you know, a lot of people that just kind of overlook the defensive aspect of it and how it's set up compared to how we break it down and things like that. To me, a forward or a front court, they can impact the defense more than a guard because they can set everything up. They can slide from the perimeter. They can play help defense. That backside defense that Mo provides is insane what he can do sometimes. But to me, when he got drafted, 2 years ago now, he couldn't stay in front of anybody. It was horrible. And I think when they drafted him originally, they knew it was going to be a multi-year project. I don't think now they thought it was going to be as quick as it was. I feel like what we saw last year might have been, like a 2-year thing and then just slowly progress. But the defense is coming. He can guard the perimeter. The 3-point shooting is there. He can really space the floor. I think that's another thing that is kind of opening up the offense. You've got Jalen that is starting to knock down some threes. He's starting, like Leon mentioned, he's starting to hit some mid-range shots. He's spacing the floor. It's opening everything up. His bread and butter is getting down low in the paint, getting deep down there. It's what he's best at. And, opening that up, opening the defenses up, drawing those bigs out where he can just blow by them on one step, get a mismatch. He's really starting to open that up for not only himself, but the rest of the team. We saw it a couple times. I think they ran it twice. I think last night in Utah, Los Angeles, the Clippers, they ran it a couple times for Veet as well. But when Veet got hot and they started to pull out because, he was just lighting it up from three, they started to run some pin down screens. They got him the ball downhill, easy layup. And, not only Veet, but the rest of the team, they're starting to knock down shots. They're starting to pull all the bigs out of the paint. To me, that's the biggest thing is they're doing the little things that are leading to the bigger things. And that's easier said than done. But to me, they're really finding weaknesses in teams. They're starting to get out in transition. I thought they did a great job against the Clippers, against an older, slower team. They started to get out in transition. Veet's obviously been phenomenal. I think he was 16 of his last 20 from three at one point, which is just absurd. But Mo's been great. Dyson, I think Dyson's really picked it up since Trae has been out. Not only defensively, but offensively. He had a really, really much better improved week on offense. We started to see him get downhill, start to hit some floaters. That floater from last year started to come back. But one thing I would say for Dyson, I would like to see a few more threes. Last year he was at 3 attempted threes per game. This year he's down to 1. So for me, I'd like to see a few more threes from him. But I think the guard play has really been what has elevated this team lately. Luke Kennard's been fantastic. Keaton didn't play well last night, but he hadn't been bad lately. Like Leon mentioned, it's a whole team effort. Next man up. It's like every night there's somebody besides Veet that has, caught fire. They've brought a spark to them. But it's like right now, it's not just 1, 2, 3 deep. It's not Trae, Jalen, and somebody else. It's all 10 of them. The entire rotation is playing well. So we'll see what they can do in Phoenix on Sunday. I think that'll be a tough one on the road. Phoenix isn't bad, but no Grayson Allen. So I think that'll be, a good test for them, and we'll see what they've got.
For me, I'm probably just gonna have to. If Veet keeps shooting like this, I'm gonna have to start getting my Veet apology forms out because literally his shooting is the main reason why he's staying on the floor right now. It's he was always I think a good shooter with the way he's developed over the past few years, but I didn't expect him to be like this insane.
Yeah. The
honestly,
volume is insane now.
like he's literally the reason why we won
Yeah.
against the Clippers. Like I
Yeah, I
just
never really saw a world where B. Krejci would be taking like 7, 8 threes in any
exactly like
basketball game for the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah.
I mean it's insane. Like I didn't expect that. And
the mindset has completely changed for him too.
Yeah, exactly. Like the defense is rough, but like if he's shooting like this, then go ahead.
We speculated a little bit that going to Eurobasket, being the number one option for your country, and getting like a decent sample size for himself in that role was going to. I was wondering if that was going to help him a little bit, and I think it did. Like I think it's just the Jazz. I understand it's just the Jazz, but like I saw V. Krejci pump, take it to the rim. And just the easy finish, man. Just the easy finish. Like simplify the game for yourself, buddy. Simplify the game for yourself. So and again, it just goes back to that aggression that we talked about. Like guys realizing that they have to score the basketball. And it's not always going to be easy, and just continuing to play within the rhythm of the basketball game. It's been pretty impressive. I understand that to a lot of people, and it's like, oh, they're beating teams they're supposed to beat, so to speak. That's fair, but in the past, we've certainly lost to teams we were supposed to beat. So,
yeah.
Hey, I'm impressed.
Previous years, I think you're 1-2 on this road trip currently.
Yeah, let's say that.
I don't think you beat the Clippers, honestly, on the road in previous years. Utah was a shootout, but is what it is.
Like I said, that their defense in the fourth quarter was insane. That's what won them that game. So, Also, before we move on to the next topic, shout out Onyeka. 8 made threes. Another incredible shooting development for the Hawks.
Yeah, pretty insane, honestly.
That's insane. So, like, we got shooters, man.
I just want to thank Larry Nance for giving Onyeka a shooting partner.
Yeah.
To be quite honest with you, if you would have told me last year that we would have had a game in November this season where Okongwu was the leading 3-point not only scorer, but he had the most attempted threes on the team, I would have said we were in trouble.
I mean, like, nah. If you told me that Onyeka Okongwu took 14 threes in a game,
yeah,
man, I would have thought you were pulling my chain, bro. For real, that's crazy though. It's like I said, it's impressive. Him and Jalen and the power of friendships really juicing the offense in those minutes. I'm just being real. Like I mean, like I think that when obviously basketball players, NBA players are talented. Understand that.
Yeah.
But when you have 2 guys or 3 guys who just get each other on the basketball floor, that can help you. Like we've seen it for years with Draymond and Steph. Like, yeah, Steph's the interim, but Draymond and Steph is what makes that team go. And obviously that's not, it's not apples to apples, but you're just talking about 2 guys who are really good friends, love playing basketball with each other, and it shows when they both have it going. And last night they both had it going against the Jazz. And sometimes that's just what it's going to take to win. Like I think a lot of people have said about the way we're winning, and the fact that it doesn't look the way that they want it to. But I think it's more impressive because you're winning multiple different styles of games. You're winning shootouts. You're winning both teams under 100-point game. You're winning the slow pace game, the fast paced game. You're beating the team that's good on offense, not defense, but like stuff like that. Like you're beating different styles of teams on the road at home. So can't say enough about these guys.
Yeah, it's honestly really impressive, especially this early when we thought like they were gonna have like trouble, meshing together and stuff.
I mean,
and they're fourth in the East.
Yeah. Fourth, wow. Got to keep it up. Got a tough stretch coming up, but we'll get to it.
Yeah. But now we're gonna talk about I think it's probably gonna be the most interesting thing. do you guys think this sample of games is probably enough to judge that we don't need Trae Young? Because for the past few weeks, Trae has been called the dictator. You know, he's been ruling over the Hawks, all these players. He's been limiting them, and we've been seeing democracy unfold with this Hawks team. They've been freed. Shackles unchained. With that, will we see a Jalen Johnson triple double with this? Like this? No shackles, right?
Break every chain, man. Break every
I'm gonna
chain.
start with exactly. No chains. Democracy. We love democracy, right? No heliocentric basketball. Democracy. So, do you guys think this sample size is enough to where that you can say definitively that we need to trade Trae, or do you think it's more of a okay, people are just rushing way too much into this right now?
I don't think that that's the right word, and I wouldn't say that we don't need Trae Young. I mean, it's clear that they have not needed Trae Young on the court to win these last 4 games. That's obvious. That's math. That's just he wasn't on. He didn't play. They won 4 games. I don't think that means we don't need, an all-star. I don't think that doesn't think we don't need a guy who can elevate the roster. I just understand that what's helping us and what's leading us to these wins, in the words of Blake, is that defense. And we know that Trae Young is not, I wouldn't say he's like a top 5 defender in the NBA. I wouldn't say that. So I do wonder how, an all-star maximum contract player who's gonna play 30 plus to 30 to 40 minutes a night. Maybe less when he comes back. Hopefully they try to ramp him up slowly and try to protect his body. But I worry that the defense will fall off a cliff a little bit as a result of his deficiencies on that side of the ball. Yeah. Hmm.
So you don't like the so you're pro democracy.
Yeah.
So you don't support the dictator.
Yeah, I can't support the regime, the empire. Just
Interesting.
Darth Vader. He's got to go. I know he was one of us once. He was one of us once, right? But he's just not. He's just not that guy anymore. Anakin is dead. Let's just call it what it is.
Wow. You're making shed here. Oh my god.
Hey man, you can't. I'm sorry. Like you just every year we've been saying the same thing. Oh, don't worry. He's gonna get back to that 2021, 22 efficiency this year. He's gonna shoot 38%. We're gonna get back to 45, 38, 90. We're gonna get back. We're gonna get back. But like 3 summers of saying we're gonna get back and we're not back, I have to reevaluate myself. Like I don't like. There's a guy on Hawks Twitter. He's an old head. Shout out Ticket. Ticket has a saying. It's update your resume. You have to update your resume. And Trae Young has updated his resume, but lately it don't look that good. It doesn't. Let's just call it what it is. And had a guy tell me, 25 and 10 for his career. Who else has done that? Hey, I mean, hey, facts. But a lot of guys have. Well, I mean, you're right. I mean, only a few players have been in every play-in. Trae Young's one of them. I mean, we could take that to the bank. We got to call a spade a spade. Obviously, we got some tough games coming up. If they lose the next 3 games, the people on the other side of the coin will be victory lapping, and that's fair. And it's all fun and games. Everybody has their ideas on what the team should do, what the coach should do, etc. So it's cool. I don't feel too bad either way. But I am getting to the point where we all agree that Trae Young is a difficult star to build around, right? But like I always say, it's
Yeah,
difficult to build a championship roster, period. Championship rosters are difficult to build. That's why there can only be one every year. Only one person, only one team wins it every year. So obviously it's difficult. Um, but I don't. I do worry that your primary facilitator bring your primary scorer. Obviously, we're going to be moving away from that. I would hope because you got the Kristaps Porzingises, the Jalen Johnsons, the Zachary Riches of the world, Zachary Riches of the world. Um, Hopefully, he could just be, a beacon. I mean, like he could be the power source that fuels those beacons. Um, but I think if that's the case, he's got to be a little bit more crafty on the defensive end. I think the part that's bothered me throughout his career the most about Trae Young's defense is obviously the vision is elite. Obviously, the court mapping is elite on the offensive end. I'm gonna need that to translate to the defensive end. It has to. Like as a point guard, when a guy gets to the middle of the floor, based on where everybody is on the floor, where the ball probably should go.
Mhm.
You should. You
yeah.
should, like as
I
elite
mean,
vision,
just it
elite
seems
court
like
mapper. But too often I see you standing there with your arms at your side, doing nothing.
he expects everyone else to do something except him. I think
I'm not
that's
gonna say that. Like, I mean, and it's not just him. Like I said, like I was,
yeah,
and I've come up here and I've said many times again, I have not been impressed with Jalen's effort defensively. I was saying that in the middle of last season, I think, but
yeah,
Mhm.
last couple games he's picked it up. I would like to see that remain consistent because I think that MOG said this in one of his press conferences, post game after his big game. Can't remember who was it against. It was the game before the Clippers game.
it was the
His start,
Lakers.
yes, against the Lakers. He said, like hustle and motor is a skill. Like, and I think that's true in all sports. Like, some guys are on 100 all the time. That's a skill. Okay. Some people are locked in all the time. That's a skill. Everybody doesn't have it, right? Everybody should have it, right? You shouldn't have to coach effort. Everybody should be given 100% all the time. We know that, but that's not reality.
Mhm.
I live in reality. Okay. And Ray Young's 3-point percentage is continuing to drop. His field goal percentage is continuing to drop. He's becoming an even better passer. But as I've said many times before, the league has changed. Everybody who points to 2021 doesn't understand. And it's funny because I actually believe this. I actually believe that Trae Young and other small guards like him made the 3 and D plus wing, the plus part of the 3 and D wing happen because they said, okay, NBA teams and NBA GM said, okay, look, too many times I'm allowing the other team's small guard or defensive deficient player to hide on this player that's only going to shoot threes and play defense. He can't put the ball on the floor. He can't run a second side pick and roll. He can't do anything. We're talking about Reggie Bullock. We're talking about Andre Robertson and big. Andre Robertson couldn't
Yeah,
even shoot. We're talking about um to an extent Isaac Pearl, but he's kind of he's adding a little plus to his game.
yeah,
Like, and you see OKC, the 3 and D plus wings on OKC are Aaron Wiggins. Aaron Wiggins can run 20 pick and rolls in an NBA game and consistently make the right read. But on that team, his role is to extend advantages or exploit advantages in spot up situations most of the time. Right. So these wings now are going to be getting Trey in rotation. He's already late and they're talented enough to blow by him, get to the rim. And I understand, like, oh, Trey just has to be better. Okay. But after years and years and years of not being better, where we're watching the NBA get better and better and better, we
Yeah.
all agree the talent level is the influx of talent that we've gotten the last 3, 4, 5 years has been crazy impressive. You know, like guys in the second round playing pivotal roles on playoff teams, just looking like really good basketball players. Like guys after pick 20, Desmond Bain, Jalen Wells, Muhammad Gates, Monica Kamara. Like you can just start naming guys who, you know, those are the guys some of those guys would be the guys that you would hide Trae Young on, but you can't hide Trae Young on them anymore. And teams nowadays the coaches are too smart. They're too smart. They're gonna put him into action. They're gonna try to make him the low man. And it's just you're putting too much pressure on these other guys defensively, in my opinion. Right. And some people will say, oh, well, look at this iteration. We'll look at Steph Curry or Isaiah Thomas. Like Steph Curry. So I'm so sorry. Steph Curry like he might not be, and some people don't agree, but like Steph Curry has a legitimate GOAT case. Like he has a legitimate case as the greatest player of all time. He has a case. I don't know if he is, but he has a case, right? So it's different. It's different. I don't think Trae has that case. Trae ain't shooting 65% of the rim ever in his life. It's not happening. He's not shooting 42% from three. It hasn't happened. Hasn't happened. So and people don't understand, like Steph is like significantly larger than like Trae Young. Like the gap, I'm about to get too far out into it. I'm about to start talking about it. I'm about to start talking about a different sport, so that's how I know it's time for me to give it to Blake. But at the end of the day, man, I'm trying to win a championship. Right? And I've seen this team, and I admit that they did trade disservice early in his career with some of the teams they put around him. But he is just not that. He's just not that guy anymore. And I know that he garners a lot of attention, right? Offensively, and it makes it easier on the other guys. But what you've seen is, well, these other guys are excelling without the need for that attention. So I'm not going to say, what do I need Trey for? That's unfair. I just think that I'm going to say, like, his impact is a lot higher on the teams that he had in his earlier iterations, where you had guys who needed Trae Young to get them the ball for them to be efficient offensively. Now, it seems as though that's not exactly the case anymore, considering what on offense since Trae went out, just to bring it back to the original stat. If somebody has it in front of them, take your time.
12th on offense and the
12th
third
in
best
offense, right? Obviously, haven't played the best teams in the NBA. Fair. But 12th is 12th, man. We got some more games. We'll see how it fluctuates. But I'm trying to win the championship, and I think that guard means to stop someone from entering, and Trae Young is not good at that.
Go ahead, Blake. That was good. Oh my God.
Leon, to add to that, last year they were 18th in offensive rating. All last year. But yeah, no, I mean, you're completely right. To me, it's Trae has got to channel the inner 2021, the playoff run 21-22 scoring that he had. Especially with what Jalen's been doing, and Leon, you mentioned it. Trae has been playmaking, passing more. It's getting better. His shot has not. But to me, it's you can't take the ball out of Jalen's hands. And to me, I just have a feeling that when Trae comes back, that shot's not going to be there with the knee. And I feel like they're going to want him to play make more, have the ball in his hands more, but not shoot. And Jalen needs the ball in his hands to be able to get downhill, get deep in the paint, and play his game. And especially after last night, to me, you just can't take the ball out of Jalen's hands as much as they're going to. And I know it's going to have. It's not if, it's when. It's just how it is. It's a Trae Young led team. He's gonna have the ball in his hands, and it's not an issue if he's shooting 48%, 50% from the field with 37% from three. You know, if he's putting those up, then it's not an issue. But if he's shooting 41% from the field, 32% from three, then we have a major problem because he's going to be taking shots that he doesn't need to take. And it's, you know, to me, and I've got some of the game logs here pulled up, the big games that he had against the Bucks, 35 points, 48 points in games 1 and 3, he shot 50% in game 1 from the field. He shot 52.2% from the field in game 3, 42% from 3, and 30% from 3. He was able, that floater was so deadly, and we saw it especially in the New York series. He could get on a pick and roll with any big in the league, get a mismatch, take him to the perimeter, step back three, bang, run down the other end of the floor, attempt
Let
to play
me have, like
defense.
what Mark Jackson say, let me have this Vince.
Yeah. I mean, he was getting anything and everything he wanted. And now he's getting anything and everything that he wants to get and not making it. He's taking a lot of forced shots. And to me, it's not, especially with a young team, you can't put yourself in a hole deeper than you already are. And especially previous years when you were trying to crawl back from a 5-game under deficit, you can't have him launching 30-footers with 10 seconds on the shot clock in clutch time. It's just not going to work.
Yeah. His subjects will say, but sometimes they go in. I just got like the analogy is like, it's fun to keep the analogy.
Man.
Sorry, it's quite funny.
You're good.
Quite funny.
I mean, but to go back to it, the Sixers series, 34, 39 points, 35 points, 28 points. He was shooting 2 of 6 from 3, 10 for 23 from the field, 9 of 17 from the field, 3 of 6 of 3, 11 of 23 from the field, 4 of 11 from 3. And it's just, we're not getting that anymore. The Knicks series was the same way. Game 5, he shot 3 of 11 from 3, but he shot 10 of 28 from the field. Yeah, okay, but he still put up 36. Game 1 and 2, he shot 11 for 23 and 11 for 20. He is not, and we have yet to see this for years. That floater is not there. He's not making them. He's missing layups. It's, you know, I don't know what's happened. I don't know if he's lost a step.
I think he's played through a lot of injuries. And I mean, I think it's just, that's what happens. So it is.
You're not wrong, but you know, if you go to like season stats, the following season, 21-22, he shot 38% from 3, 46% from the field in 76 games.
Unreal that season, dude. That was fun hoops to watch, man.
Nuts. Yes.
That was fun hoops to watch.
He had 28 points a game. And then next season we dropped down to 25 because we're shooting 34% from 3 and 43% from the field. Like, it's just, you can't do it. You have to be efficient if you're going to have the ball in your hands that much and want to score. It's because at this point, you know, he's driving down, trying to get deep in the paint, get that floater off, and then he doesn't do it. So then everybody collapses. Well, then you're in scramble mode because you've got to get out of the paint within 3 seconds. Well, then the shot clock's down to 5. You got to find an open shot. If a team's scrambling well on defense, then you've got 2 guys in the wing in the corner, and you don't know who's going to shoot it. It's just not good basketball. I mean, you got to be efficient. We need old Trae back. I don't know, man. I don't think it's not time to trade him to me, but he's got to be better on defense. Plain and simple.
Man. I don't know how to say this. I have been like the biggest Trae Young supporter for like years. But like, you see this stretch and you're just thinking, man, Trae, rest now, brother. I'll see you about Valhalla. Like, this is just.
I mean, if you want to give me an ant from Minnesota that's shooting 50% from 3 and postering bigs, I'll take him.
I'm just like I need Trae Young when he comes back, he needs to be literally play the best defense in his entire career, because when I'm seeing what they're doing on defense right now, like I'm gonna be so disappointed if there's like any drop on defense. Like they're playing like a top 5 defense. This is literally best defense in the league stuff. And if Trae just comes in and he just doesn't get like the maximum effort that you just hope he does, or the Trae that you think we expect he does, it's just gonna be really disappointing, honestly, because we're not gonna reach the maximum potential for this team, right? I mean,
Yeah. No, you're not wrong at all.
like, especially because like we mentioned and stuff, like the injuries and stuff. Because I mean that 2021, 2022 trade, that I think that trade's obviously gone. It's not gonna come back, even if we have like a spacing big and stuff. So at this point, I mean, I think this is probably the closest I would say that if they decided to move on from Trae, I would probably be okay with it because of how we're playing right now. But I do want to just see how this team competes with like more top teams. But then again, like last few seasons, it's just we would lose against these terrible teams. We wouldn't be like we wouldn't be like destroying these teams on defense. Like in Sacramento, we locked them up so bad. They literally threw out like all their end of bench guys in the third quarter. It was that bad.
Sorry, quick. Shout out Keon Ellis.
Yes.
Shout out Keon Ellis. All my homies love Keon Ellis.
That's a trade target.
He's been doing that since Bama. He's been doing that since Alabama.
But like, target. Man, I just love what man. I love
he's
that
good. That's a trade target. It's better than playing.
We gonna get you out of there.
we need to get you
out of there.
You know what's so crazy? He was a plus in that game.
Yes, he was.
He was a plus in a 30-point blowout. Like,
man, he's good. And you had Kings fans literally chanting for him because their coach would play him, man. But like with the trade thing, it's just I don't know, man. I'm really sad what's going on. Maybe the trade propaganda has just affected me too much, but what I'm seeing, like, if Trae comes back, are they just gonna if Trae comes back, like we're not gonna see this stuff from Jalen. We may not see this playmaking from Dyson, who I think could be a really interesting point guard as developing his point guard skills, right? I mean, Reece Shea may not develop as well, potentially. Like, I don't know, man. I'm just gonna be really interested to see what happens with Trae. I mean, it's gonna take a minute for him because he's probably not gonna be back until like January because of the meniscus. So, man, it's just sad what's going on. I really do not want him to go, but like this team's playing so good without him. It's playing so good.
Just to add to that, it's a very small sample size, but he's shooting 37% from the field this season, 19% from three.
He's only played 4 games. He's only played
5
4 games.
Well,
5.
Yeah, 4. No, 4.
Games.
You're right.
Because
Brooklyn counts as 1.
That's not a lot of games. There's not a lot of games.
No, it's not. But
Trae does start every season bad for some reason. No clue why. He's like, I have no clue why. Like, this is the weird thing. Like, if you want a max contract, shouldn't you start the season well? Like, it's weird. Like, I don't know.
I don't want to trade him, but man, I need to see something. I need to see some wins that he's impacting. Not
and the worst part of all this is that we have that Pelicans pick. Yeah, that thing is top 3. I don't know, Trae. I don't know. It's over.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
It's over.
I'm trading that pick for a star if I can. If we were trying to win.
I don't know. But man, I don't know about trading that pick. If we're trading Trae, you may have to just keep it, but we'll see.
Well,
We'll
if you trade Trae, it's a different story.
Yeah. I don't know what they're gonna do, but
I mean, y'all know, because I've said it multiple times. I want Giannis. It ain't gonna happen.
I mean, here's the thing: if we trade Trae, then we can't get Giannis.
No,
I don't think, because we have to put Jalen.
Yeah, so. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't.
It's a weird situation. It's weird.
Yeah, and that's another thing is I really need them to keep this up while he's out, so we can get a sample size by the deadline to see where we're at.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of games to judge.
Yeah, so. and I need enough wins to the point where, because Trae's gonna come back slow from that knee injury. It's just how it is. He's been out. He's gonna be out at least a month. It's just how his body's gonna react. If they slip up and lose a few games, I don't need it to be the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I need to be able to see if Trae is going to give me 37% from three, 46% from the field, and we'll be.
I'm not expecting 46%. I'm just expecting 42%, 36% from three, like that.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd go 36. I might go 34 or 35. But yeah, no, he ain't shooting 46% from the field. If he did, we would be in a much better spot than we are. Moving on. I mean, it's like Dyson took Trae's floater. I mean,
oh my God.
I don't understand it. I don't. It's a totally different player than he was. Moving on.
But let's go ahead and talk about these predictions for next week, about the next week of games. So I got Sunday for this coming Sunday all the way to next Sunday, the 23rd. So let me list them out and then let me get y'all's predictions. So Phoenix, Sunday, tomorrow, November 16th. Detroit at home, Tuesday at the 18th. San Antonio, Thursday, November 20th, at San Antonio, excuse me. We're going at New Orleans, Saturday, November 22nd. And we're going home to Charlotte, November 23rd. It's a back-to-back. So for New Orleans and Charlotte. If you want me to repeat it, just let me know. I'm going to go with you, Leon. Go ahead. What's your prediction?
You said Phoenix, San Antonio, New Orleans, and
Phoenix, Detroit, then San Antonio.
Oh, Phoenix, Detroit, San Antonio,
New Orleans,
Charlotte.
New Orleans and Charlotte is a back-to-back. Yep.
So that's 5 games,
Detroit
7 days.
And Charlotte are the 2 home games. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's 5 games, 7 days.
Yes.
Yes. 5 games, 7 days.
Let's see. They'll probably lose that game. But they'll probably lose one of those too. It's gonna be 2 and 3 or 3 and 2. I'm gonna go with 3 and 2. Power of friendship.
That's you.
3 and 2, baby.
Yeah, I would agree. I think Phoenix was always going to be a tough one. Grayson Allen's out, so that looks more favorable, maybe. We shall see. Detroit, they're on a roll. Detroit and San Antonio, I wanted a split. I don't know that we'll get that. I don't know that anybody on this team can guard Wemby. I don't know, because I feel like, honestly, your best bet might be Mo because of his perimeter defense. But then again, he's so young, but Wemby's young. I don't know. I don't know that they have anybody.
Porzingis is guarding Wemby, but I don't know.
Yeah, you could.
We'll see.
I don't know. I don't know if they can stop him. Detroit, I think, is the more favorable.
But I don't know if they can stop Jalen Johnson.
True. True. I just need a split between those two. I think you beat Phoenix. Obviously, you have to beat New Orleans. If you lose to New Orleans, I can't handle the timeline on Twitter. Might have to shut it down for a day or two. Need to beat New Orleans. Charlotte, I will be in the building that night. So if anybody's there, hit me up. Need a back-to-back. But yeah, I would say 3-2. Honestly, if you beat Phoenix, you can afford to lose both Detroit and San Antonio. Those are tough games with New Orleans and Charlotte. But I don't know. I'd say 3-2. But it also depends on injury reports. But
I'm gonna just say 4-1. I think the only game we lose in this stretch is probably San Antonio. I don't believe in Detroit. I think they're frauds.
Whoa.
Yeah,
they're 10-2.
man.
Whoa.
I don't believe. I'm not scared of Detroit.
And the Bulls
Hey.
were 6-1.
Exactly.
Cade legit, man. Cade is legit.
Yes. And those bigs, man.
Yeah,
Those
I
young
mean,
athletic
Duran's good.
wings.
Duran's good.
Allen,
Yeah,
Asar,
Yeah.
Isaiah Stewart. I'm gonna tell you something. We gonna find out. In that game was really
I
good.
think Detroit will
Yeah.
by far be the most physical. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. They're an extremely physical team, and I remember when we were doing our preseason predictions. That is the team. Like I didn't want to see them in the playoffs. They're currently the number 1 seed in the East.
Yeah.
For whatever that's worth. Only lost 2 games, so it'll be interesting to see what they do, what the Hawks do against them. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that game for sure. Test your metal, iron sharpens iron, etc., etc.
All right.
Mhm.
But with that, does anyone have any quick thoughts before we close this out?
Keep winning. Honestly,
I'm just going, hey, bro.
if you can keep winning, I think the confidence will skyrocket. I honestly, to me, if you can beat Detroit, you might be in such a high you roll into San Antonio and give yourself a shot. I mean,
Get that
I really
5-0.
do. I really think Detroit's going to be a tough one because I think Collier last night gave them a little bit of trouble because he's like a bully. He's a physical guard.
Always has
I think
been.
I think he gave them a little bit of trouble at times when he was pretty physical. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think like Zay. Are we talking? Who are we comparing him to right now? You're saying it was to Castle? Are you talking about like the?
I'm just saying. No, I'm talking about Detroit because I feel like
Okay.
sometimes their physicality they struggle with it. But
yeah. I think that I think it's just like the Duran man, Duran and KP. Who it's like that?
Yeah, that's gonna be bad. I don't think
Giving up some
that's gonna be bad.
talent, brother.
I think you're gonna need another 0-0 masterpiece for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
If he is just decent,
Well, actually,
I don't think you win.
Yeah, the player who's gonna have to go off against the Pistons first to win is 10. 10's gonna have to show me something because he's gonna be one of the guys with the matchups. Yeah, 3 sachet. Hey, my final thoughts is, bro, I just want somebody to tell me what the word guard means. What does guard mean? That's all. I want to know. Bill ain't got a straight answer.
Honestly, even though I said it, I don't actually have any final thoughts. Go Hawks. Go win.
Yeah, keep winning.
That's good thoughts.
Need it.
We'll see you next time for the next episode. Peace out, everyone.